Okay folks, earlier I promised that I'd show you my egg carton technique for growing seeds and then transplanting them. As you can see, I've taken an egg carton of a dozen, I've cut it in half and I've drilled some holes in the bottom of it. But I've found from experience, once these holes get wet, that they tend to close up, and so I use a nail punch, and this is awkward with one hand, go like so, and as you can see I've cleared the hole out. I'll now put this down and clear out the other 5 and then get back to you. Okay, so I've cleared out all 6 holes. And now I go to what I call my super soil, which I've specifically made for planting seeds. Here it is. And I then put a small amount of the soil using your spoon in each of the 6. I'll continue that and then get back to you. Okay, I now have these 6 cells filled up with my super soil. I'm now going to use my homemade dibbler, which is just a piece of wood that I've given a taper to. And we're going to put a hole, well, where are we? I'm going to put a hole in the middle of each one. You can tell that I'm used to doing this two-handed, and we now have 5, 6 places for me to place seed, and in this one I will be planting spinach. I don't need, I think, to show you that I can drop a seed in each one of these, which I will then water and I will label that bit of the thing with the species and date it was planted. Now, over here I just happen to have some that I'm going to be planting out, and as you can see, it's spinach. It was planted on the 24th of December. With spinach seeds you sometimes get more than one coming up. I've got 2 in there, 1 there, 2 in there, nothing in there, which is a dud, 1 in there, and 3 in there. And underneath is the lid of an egg carton that's been put in with soil that's moist, and I think you can see that I've got lovely healthy roots coming through the bottom of this that then allows me to cut up each one of these cells and plant them independently, and the plants just, once they've got roots coming through it like that, they just boom out. Okay, I might go and plant these a bit later when the temperature cools down. In fact, I've changed my mind. I'm hoping at the bottom of these, there's a seed. You can see that I've now placed a seed at the bottom of the depression that I made with my homemade dibbler. It's now labelled spinach, 3rd of January 2023. I'm now going to put it over here where the previous batch of spinach was, on top of moist soil. And one of the beauties of using this particular soil mix is that now all I need to do is apply water to it Right. So, I'm hoping that you can see that the flow of water. I'm not very good at this. One-handed. I'm hoping now that you can see that the flow of water is actually washed soil in on top of the seed, and that won't require any further watering until either later tonight, depending on how hot it is, or tomorrow morning. You can see right next door I've got pak choy that was planted on New Year's Eve, and already in 3 days time I've got pak choy bouncing out of the dirt. Here's the mob that's there ready for transplanting later, and as I showed you before, there are roots under it. I'll continue this later when it's cooled down a little bit and I transplant these seedlings. So folks, here's the next step. You can see there's a bit of cardboard shrapnel, and here I've taken the 5 cells that have plants in them. I'm now going to deliver them into the garden. You can see from the lower light in here, I've waited until this place is in shade so I don't increase the shock, and I'm just going to create 5 little holes here. Like so, and then deposit them 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll have to shut down for a bit because the next bit requires 2 hands, but you'll see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 capsicums that have been planted by exactly the same method. It's just that the next bit involves me burying them deep enough so you can't see the cells, because I've learned that blackbirds like digging them up. Okay, so we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cells planted. That one has 2 spinach plants in it. I'll wait to see which one becomes dominant. I'll remove the other one. I'm now going to give them a misting, and then my work for the seedling is done. Let's see if these beans are doing alright. Oh, they're all right. I'll have to run that one. In and out. Hopefully that should take off. Okay. Peace, love and light, people.